Alec here, and welcome! I don't really have anything else to say here. I think my job here is done. So today I'm talking about E.T., and if you don't know what E.T. is, first of all,
who are you people?
Second of all, E.T. was a movie directed by Steven Spielberg. Nailed it. In 1981. The movie was claimed to be an initial success and is said to be one of, if not the, greatest movie of all time. In 1982, however, Atari decided to create a video game based off the movie. You know you have messed up if you have to bury 5,000 cartridges in the middle of a desert and pray that nobody ever finds them. Rather than trying to describe the problems to you, I think it'd just be best if I showed them to you. This is it, E.T. for the Atari 2600. I have to admit, the music for this is par for the course, really. It's not as bad as I would have originally expected it to be. So, I start in some kind of forest, I'm guessing, maybe? Okay, I see this dot thing and I pick it up. I do good? Okay, so apparently that's a Reese's Pieces, so I guess that's pretty true to the movie, but I don't know what to expect about this part. Yeah, you remember this part, where E.T. falls in a hole, grabs an orange thing, and then flies back up using his head? No, wait, I'm sorry. This thing is actually a well. What? A well. So, apparently our goal here is to get 3 pieces of an interplanetary telephone to be able to call home, really. But I really didn't expect our big space telephone to look like this. It looks just like a regular telephone. There's nothing really spacey about it. So, once you collect 7 Reese's Pieces, you can go find Elliot, he'll give you the 3rd piece of the telephone, and then you can call home. And then, that's it. It's back to the game. Everything back in its starting location. Except for the phones, I guess. It is a horrible game. Alright, so, you've seen E.T. Is it the worst game of all times? No. Nowhere near it. So how is E.T. not one of the worst video games of all times? Well, let's start by discussing the burial. Yes, 5,000 cartridges were taken and buried in Alamogordo, New Mexico. My Spanish is great. Atari decided to bury the cartridges mainly because of the reception it got. It was very hard to play, and it was very cryptic. Not really much of an instruction guide came with it, but Centipede didn't get the same amount of hate on it, and it was buried with it. However, the game isn't as bad as the critics would make you believe. Sure, the game is cryptic and it's really hard, but that's what makes it kind of addicting. Plus, you gotta take into consideration that it only got about 6 months in development. Pac-Man on the Atari 2600 got about the same amount of time, but it didn't live up anywhere near to the arcade version. Even some of today's games are worse than E.T. I'm looking at you, Rise of the Lyric. So then, what is the worst game ever created if E.T. isn't? Is it Custard's Revenge? No. Action 52? No. Bubsy 3D? Nah. I think that it's Super Duper Sumos for the Game Boy Advanced. This game has the combination of bad, long cutscenes, really bad moving in general, and it was created by Deke, the same guys that made the Super Mario Super Show. I think that's honestly it for today. If you think that there's a worse game than Super Duper Sumos, leave it in the comments. Until next time. Super Duper Sumos. 1, 2, 3.